What's up? Welcome to your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Monday. We are plowing through March here. Spring ball is restarting this week. So we're going to hear from Ryan Day on Tuesday after practice and hopefully get some clarity on this running back coach situation. But today, one more thing. TheBuckeyeCast.com. Hit up the vault. The video vault is locked and loaded. Check it out. Get in there. We're continuously adding more videos. We're almost up to 300 videos right now, and it's just going to keep growing. And the most important thing the one point I want to make is there are no ads, no commercials. You'll never see ads ever. No commercials, nothing. So pop in there, try it out for free, and sign up for the free trial and give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. If you have any feedback, thoughts, you know how to get a hold of me. All my contact info is down below. And if you're listening on podcasts, it's in the podcast description, or just comment, leave a comment on the video, or, call, text, email, whatever. I'll get back to you. And I appreciate the feedback. And same for any topics. You guys have any topics that you specifically want me to touch on? Hit me up. Send me a message any way you like, and we'll talk about it. Later this week, I'm going to have some updates, kind of like NCAA type high level crap, but they're expanding the rosters for football to, I think, 110. So you can have 110 dudes on your roster. Not sure if that includes scholarships or not. I'm not sure if they're expanding that, so we need to wait, get clarity on that. I think it's 110 or 125. What the hell was it? One second, I got it right here. It's expanding the practice and fall camp rosters from 110 to 120. That's effective this year. And then also the helmet comms, the Buckeyes are practicing with those. So we'll get an update on that as well. And anything else, big picture related. But today we're talking about defensive tackles. We got the DTs. You got the DTs after a nice little St. Patty's Day? I do. I know that. I got a splitting headache, but it's not from drinking. Anyways, we're talking DTs here. Buckeyes are bringing back 2 starters, and from there, it's a lot of inexperienced dudes, a lot of young dudes. So let's get into it here. The Buckeyes have 8 total scholarship tackles on the roster this spring. 2 returning starters, Tyleik Williams and Ty Hamilton. Hamilton started 7 games at nose tackle last year while sharing snaps with Mike Hall. You got senior Tywone Malone. He's coming back for a 4th year. He's looking to compete for a spot in the rotation. Then you got redshirt sophomore Hero Canoe. Will you be my hero? He played in 12 games last year. That's almost all of them. So then you got sophomore Caden McDonald. He showed some flashes as a true freshman last year. Then you got 2 redshirt freshmen who did not see much action at all last year, Jason Moore and Will Smith Jr. If you want any info on them, I've done a preview every single 2023 freshman. So go check them out on Jason, Will Smith, Caden. So then you got incoming true freshman Eric Mensah. And you got, he's here, I believe. Yeah, I believe Mensah's on campus and practicing. But then you got Dominic Kirks, another incoming freshman who could end up at defensive tackle. He's a D-end by recruiting services, but he's coming in this summer out of Paynesville. I always love defensive players out of Paynesville. Where are you from? Paynesville. So the scholarships on the roster here, we got Ty Hamilton. He's a redshirt senior last year, 6'3", 295. He had 343 snaps last year. Tyleik is a senior, 6'2", 290. He had 642 snaps. That's a lot for a D lineman. He passed on the NFL, and he emerged as one of the conference's best D linemen. Tywone Malone is a senior, 6'4", 303. He had 49 snaps last year. He played sparingly after transferring from Ole Miss back in June of last year, so he hasn't even been on campus for a full year, but his clock is running out. Hero Canoe, redshirt sophomore, 6'5", 305, had 90 snaps last year. You forget sometimes that he's freaking 6'5" as a D tackle. That's impressive and dangerous for opposing offenses. But he's still young in the game of football. He hasn't played it for a long time. But he did play in some key moments last year, some meaningful snaps, even though it was just 90 on the season. Then you got Caden McDonald, 6'2", 319, had 35 snaps as a true freshman. This is his first spring after he played 7 games as a true freshman. Jason Moore, redshirt freshman, 6'6", another tall D tackle, 295. He just had 3 snaps last year. Only that was in 1 game, and he was not an early enrollee he enrolled in June. Will Smith Jr., obviously, the legacy, redshirt freshman, 6'3", 294, had no snaps, missed all of last year with an injury. And then Eric Mensah, a freshman, 6'3", 290, obviously did not get any snaps because he hasn't played a game yet. He hasn't been on the team yet. We'll get his first look this spring, so we'll see what we got there. Now, looking at the starters, Tyleik and Ty Hamilton have a combined 25 games started. They have played together for 3 years now. They're definitely one of the strengths of the Buckeye defense. Tyleik was a second-team All-Big Ten selection last year, 53 tackles, 10 TFLs, 3 sacks. How many batted down passes he had? Seemed like he had quite a few. It's like 4 or 5. And then Ty Hamilton was honorable mention, Big Ten last year, 38 tackles, 4.5 TFLs, 2 sacks. So new additions, just mentioned true freshman Eric Mensah is the only new addition this spring. Mensah was a late add to Ohio State's 2024 class. They offered him in September last year, and he quickly accepted the offer and decommitted from Va-Tech. He's from Virginia, by the way, so in-state school. Then the Buckeyes also signed in-state prospect Dominic Kirks. He's a big defensive end that could grow into a tackle. Won't be on campus till June. Right now, Ohio State's not expected to look for any D tackles in the transfer portal when it opens up this spring after the spring game. So depth chart looks like this, in my opinion. 3 tech. I got Tyleik, Hero, Tywon Malone, Jason Moore. Those are your 4. Nose tackle, we got Ty Hamilton starting there. Caden McDonald, second-year guy, backing him up. Then Will Smith Jr., then Eric Mensah, the new guy. Typically, Will Smith and Eric Mensah would be 3 techs, but the Buckeyes need more depth at nose tackle. So, we're going to move them over there for now. Hero Canoe could factor in after playing 3 tech last year. And, Larry Johnson's going to cross-train his players at both positions. So outside of the starters, the depth chart is kind of fluid right now, as it were. So what's the latest? You got Ty Hamilton and Tyleik coming back for 1 more year in order to reach the team goals, and improve their draft stock, of course. A win over Michigan, a Big Ten title, national championship are all part of the plan. But the old saying is that football is won in the trenches. So it helps to have a strong and motivated group of defensive tackles at the point of attack. And the Buckeyes have that in spades. Expectations for this season, you got to think that, Ty Hamilton never got the same attention as Mike Hall last year, but he was much more productive in terms of tackles. Then, just like his brother Davon, Ty Hamilton will probably have his best year as a 5th-year senior. Tyleik should be one of the most disruptive tackles in the conference this year. So together they could be one of the best defensive tackle duos in the country this season. But don't expect them to get too much work this spring. Coaches know what they have with those 2, so the coaches need to find depth behind them. So one question is how deep can the Buckeyes go into the rotation this year? 3? Can you go 3 deep at both positions? 4? Can you go 4 deep? I don't know. I hear 3. I hear 3. I should have been an auction here, man. Somebody in the back. 4, 4. Tyleik. So Tyleik Williams, Mike Hall, and Ty Hamilton all had over 340 snaps last year in defense. Nobody else had more than 90. That was Hero. So with Mike Hall gone, the Buckeyes need at least 2 guys to step into that rotation. The Buckeyes went 3 deep at defensive tackle last year, but it wore them down in just a 13-game season. So how will they go this year when they're trying to play 16 or even maybe 17 games? Larry Johnson needs to find answers in this depth chart. So you got Hero, Caden, Will Smith Jr., Jason Moore, Taiwan Malone. They're going to be getting the bulk of the snaps this spring. If you're looking for somebody to really take a big step forward, I think you could get a look at Hero Canoe and Caden McDonald, both of them. They were seen more and more as the year went on towards the end of the season last year. And but the most they ever played was 12 snaps in a game between them. So there were flashes, though, between those two. And they might be young, but they have the most potential, the dreaded P word. But they're going to have to get plenty of work this spring. Still, you'll give experience, give them the experience to make mistakes and correct them here in spring ball. And then this spring should be a great opportunity for growth for both Caden and Hero. So it will pay dividends this season with a long season, So that's all I got for you today. Hey, don't forget to hit the BuckeyeCast.com, the video vault up and running. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.